in 8th place, 28th in the World Championships. And they were some way below their competitors yesterday. Skating to the soundtrack of the film Troy.
So somewhat unusually, starting off with a circular step sequence, that one of the required elements, the step sequence, and a complete circuit of the rink in the center, right in front of the judges, without losing hold. Combination spin. The changes of position. The lady gets her skate to her head, is said to be more difficult. You get higher on the grade of execution for the element. Will be tied you if you're not flexible enough to do it.
Fascinating. Yuri is 6'5", 1m96. It's very, very tall in this sport.
Lovely flick on the lift, yes, and being tall, it can be a big help in ice dancing. You look more elegant, you have more impact on the ice. Curve lift, the same they did in the short dance. It's all nice, but it needs to go about 25 miles an hour faster. And the twizzles quite nicely matched.
Yes, a pleasing routine to watch. Victoria Kavaliova and Yuri Bieliaiev from Belarus, the national champions, do some of their training in Russia. It's fascinating, the height business. Is there not a situation where you can be too tall?
You can be what?
Too tall.
Too tall. If your partner is really tiny, say you had a 5'2" partner, and you're 6'5", then the height disparity would be much more difficult in ice dancing because it wouldn't look aesthetically that good. Whereas he can cope 6'5" with a taller partner. Me, being, trying to be 5'7" at my 5'6.5", a bit like Luca Lanotti, having to fill a lot of space and skate against somebody like that is a different thing. You have to, in a way, make yourself bigger. He doesn't have to do that. He can stand proud as you would in a bar. The 6'5" guy takes up more space. But what was happening in that routine was it all stayed at the same speed all the way through. There wasn't that dynamic of slower and then really fast and aggressive. It's Troy, so it's a story and the costumes work. Good lifts, good movements, it's all being done. But the level at which it's being done, because it's so much slower, is so easy by comparison to what we'll see. And when you are rinkside and you see these skaters going at 100 miles an hour, you go, gosh, that's why. That is just amazing. And this, for where they are at the moment, has a load of potential. And they're doing difficult things, but it's not yet amazing. See, he's strong, so he's getting to the single leg balance there. And she's not small, so he's got the strength. It looks good together. But it always helps to have that relationship of the girl to the boy with the height difference. And when you skate forwards in dance hold and the lady's going backwards, your relative height is lower as the man. So if you've got a big height differential, again, that helps with the aesthetics of the overall look. But in ballroom dancing, in ballet dancing, in ice dancing, the man, when he's not that tall, can look, substantial if he acts it.
Aesthetically, it did look good on the ice, the match between them.
The match of the couple, and that's such an important thing. And so for me, I was fortunate enough to have beautiful-looking partners that were a little petite. So nobody looked at me, which was great. Then you stand behind the girl and present her, and then you get the marks.
I'm sure there were one or two who looked at you, Nicky, but that's another story.
No, I don't think so.
So there's the first mark, a deduction there. Maybe that's the length of the lift, not sure, but it's